Hello, and welcome to another episode of The Screenshot, your go-to destination for youth culture, entertainment, and social issues. My name is Melinda, Joey to my friends, and today on this very, very special occasion, we've got, should I call you a celebrity? We've got one of our proudest Bulawayo representatives wherever she goes. She represents our city well, and today she's on the couch and she's talking to me, so I'm going to let her tell us a bit more about herself. Stacy, the floor is yours.
Wow. First of all, shout out to you for that amazing introduction. I literally felt like a celebrity in that moment. I was like,
yes, you are. So what's up?
Thank you so much. So, my name is Stacy Salmon Hall. I go by Holy Stacey. A lot of people know me. Mm-hmm. That name has stuck, and I'm so proud of myself for it sticking.
Bella, I'm going to let you continue, but I have to ask later on where the name came from. But I'm sorry, you can continue.
Okay. So I'll continue, and then I'll tell you where the name came from. So I'd like to think of myself as a creative entrepreneur. Mm-hmm. I'm a huge lover of art. I love everything having to do with art. I am a Zimbabwean woman, proudly born and raised in the city of Bulawayo.
Yes.
You know where the kings and queens reside. So that's who I am. I'm into graphic design. I'm a social media marketing. I do social media marketing. Okay. I'm a fashion designer as well. A lot of people don't know I actually have my own clothing collection, which will be launching soon. Thank you. And what else? I'm a model. I've done a lot of commercial work. I've also done pageants, which has been a very interesting journey for me. And I'm a stylist. I mean, just everything creative arts. That's why I like to call myself a creative entrepreneur, because I just like to tap into anything that has to do with arts.
Okay,
so yeah, that's who I am.
I say this all the time to my guests when they come. When I'm like, can you guys introduce yourselves? And everyone's CV is just always so big. And I'm like, if I was ever in this couch, it'll be like a 2-second introduction. But it always makes me happy to see that young people are out there, doing the stuff. They're not just sitting around, but they're busy. So now we're going to tap into two of the things that you do, because you do a lot. But yeah, we might tap into two, but we might also move on to other things. And first of all, I want us to talk about your music. Like, how did Holy Stacey start her music journey? So when did it all begin?
Okay, taking it back. Honestly, I feel like I've always been musically inclined. I grew up in a household with my mom and my dad always playing music around us as kids. So we're always singing along to the latest music back then in the 2000s. But I will say what I do remember very clearly was there was this one time I was in the car with my mom and dad and the radio was on, and Betty Makaya was actually on the radio. I don't know, I'm sure you know that song. As long as you're Zimbabwean, you should know the song.
And there's all the
So that song was playing, and at the time it was very, very popular. And I remember hearing it and I was like, wow, I want to be a singer. In my small little age at that time, I was so inspired to want to pursue music. And I think that's really where the seed was planted for me to be so inclined to music. And then obviously I grew up and I would sing here and there in the shower or by myself washing the dishes or whatever it was. And then I remember when I was around about 12, 13, 14, going on to 16, that's when I started becoming more interested in trying to write music, trying to write my own music and stuff. And I would, but I wasn't very consistent at doing it. So I would do it and I would stop, because I feel like I didn't really have a lot of motivation, whether it be from home, whether it be from friends and family and stuff like that. So I would really encourage parents who see their kids from a young age having this desire and this passion for music and having this fire for it, to really feed that flame while they're young, and to really motivate them. They may be sounding squeaky right now, but that's not going to permanently be their voice. Eventually, their vocal cords will mature and etc. So I would definitely say it will really help the artists and the creatives to just flourish more and at a quicker pace, because I had to be the one to motivate myself to get to the point of consistently writing, which really only started around about 2019, I think.
Just a bit recent.
Yeah, it's quite recent. 2019, I started like purposefully writing music, like saying, okay, I'm an artist. I don't care what other people say. I don't care if they receive me as an artist or a musician or not, but I'm an artist and I'm a musician and I'm going to start writing music. And I started writing music all the way through 2020. And I would randomly get an opportunity to go into the studio. And whenever I did, you better believe I would maximize on my time in the studio. And I think that's really where the journey like really began. And by the time 2021 came, I was in the studio, I was recording. I'm currently still working on my album, my debut album, which is, I feel like people are going to really, really love. It's going to be really amazing. So yeah, I think that's my journey with music.
We can't wait for the album, by the way, we can't wait. But I wanted to talk about something you said. You spoke about writing your music. So can you take us through your creative process on how you get to like be in the zone of now saying, this is the song I want? Is it your emotions? Is it your feelings? Is it your state of mind? How did you get to that place?
I think it's just life experience, to be honest. I feel like just going through life and experiencing life on a day-to-day basis, like what you're going through, like you said, your feelings, whatever your feelings, how is your state of mind, what are your emotions like, what's happening in your life, what are the different events that are taking place in your life, are you happy, are you sad, are you depressed, what are those feelings, and just like learning how to use writing as a form of therapy, because that's what writing is for me, like besides even the music, just writing in general, it's kind of like therapy for me. I write down what I'm feeling. And then when I sing it out, it makes me feel better because I'm no longer holding it in. So I just definitely say life experiences, what I'm going through. And I've also recently learned, shout out to Loshi Tav, he once pushed me to do a project where I had to write according to what his project was that he wanted me to be a part of. So it was a collaboration. And I had to write according to that. And that really pushed me out of my comfort zone. Because in that moment and that season of my life, I wasn't feeling those emotions that I had to kind of dig out of me. But then also at the same time, I feel like writing is organic no matter what. Because you can always go back to a time in your life where you felt a certain way. Even if you may not be feeling it right now. And just reminisce on those feelings. And then they come back and you come up with something amazing. So yeah, I think writing just has to do with life experiences and life in general.
Okay, I hear you. So let's talk about your current project right now. Like, how long do we have to wait until it comes out?
Okay, so the album. That's a tricky question.
Or is it like a bit under?
I feel like the album, 111, so the album is called 111. And 111 is basically my birth date.
Okay.
Yeah. So the first month, the 11th of the first month, so I just 111, And it's also a number that represents new beginnings, which I think I'm very fond of. And I think my journey in the music industry, like with music and stuff, is just a new beginning for me. It's a whole new chapter. A lot of people, especially here in Zim, they know me as a model. They're, Stacy, the model. So I feel like the music industry for me now, they're like, did you hear of Holy Stacey? Do you know Holy Stacey? So it's a new beginning for me. And I'm really excited about it. And I think it should be dropping sometime next year.
Okay.
Definitely, probably. Sorry. That's okay. Definitely, maybe towards mid next year, somewhere there. But I'm excited. I'm excited to be dropping another project, my second official project that's going to be out besides Focus.
Okay.
It's called Manners.
So it's coming out before the album.
It's coming out before the album.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Well, looking forward to that.
It's going to be amazing. I've already put a little snippet out for those that have seen it. It's a cool song. So we just finished working on it yesterday at the studio.
Really?
Yeah, we just wrapped it up yesterday, so it's now just a matter of mixing and mastering and cooking it up. Shout out to Ryzen, my producer who I've worked on the song with, and Jelly, as well as Exoga Cream.
So exciting times. It's exciting times. So now let's move. Oh yeah, I wanted to ask like your musical influences before we move on to your modeling. I wanted to know who influences your music. Do they still influencing, or it's someone? Betty Makaya. Who is your musical
Shout out
influence?
To Betty Makaya. Well, I've got so many. Like, this is such a hard question.
Stacy, two.
Because two, like imagine the list. I've got so many, so it's so hard to pick but I'll mention Alicia Keys.
Okay.
Because I think she played a vital role in my teenagehood.
You also have a resemblance to her.
Do I?
Cornrows, you put cornrows in a few days, you'll be
Yeah.
a Zimbabwean. Bulawa as Alicia Keys.
Thank you. She's
okay,
beautiful.
so Alicia.
Yeah, she's really beautiful. So Alicia Keys and yo. I love Chance the Rapper.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm a huge lover of Chance the Rapper. I think he's a lyrical genius. I love the way he word plays, and just the fact that he's not ashamed to, shine light on the truth. Yeah, he's a very vocal artist, and I love that about him. Can I just say one more, please?
Say it.
Our GOAT, Chris Brown.
I'm literally thinking, who's the GOAT that I'm thinking of?
The original GOAT. I feel like he's just really been a pioneer in the music industry, and the fact that I was listening to him as a teenager, like inspired by him then, and I still look at his work now and I'm like, wow.
His album got nominated for a Grammy, I saw, so that was pretty nice, because I also love him.
He's got 3 nominations.
Yeah, he's got 3 nominations.
He has to be.
And that is a very nice album, if I have to say.
It is.
So anyway, let's talk about modeling now.
Okay.
Like, you entered Miss Universe Zimbabwe twice. How was the experience like, and why did you decide to do pageantry?
Okay, so I feel like I decided to do my decision to do pageantry was very influenced by Samantha Chuma.
Okay.
Yes, former Miss Zimbabwe. She is just so amazing. Like, she's such a phenomenal soul and a phenomenal person. And I remember the first time I met her, she was like, would you be interested in doing pageantry and stuff? And I was like, I was always a very commercial model. So pageantry was something so new to me that I was a bit resistant. But she really helped me throughout the whole process. She was there for me, she groomed me, she trained me. And I ended up coming second runner-up for Miss Zimbabwe Queen at the time.
Okay.
So I think that is what just inspired me to then go for the Miss Universe platform when I realized that there was a Miss Universe platform. So yeah, I think that's what pushed me then to do it. And also because pageantry is really, it's a great platform for just becoming, I think I was really pushed to be the best version of myself. I'm really pushed to be the best version of myself whenever I'm in circles or whenever I'm surrounded by women that are also pushing to be the best versions of themselves. So it was kind of like a woman empowerment circle that I had never really experienced before. So I think that's what inspired me to go back, just to be a part of that and to make a difference, because I think making a difference is such a powerful thing. It's attached to our purpose as human beings, doing something with this platform, with this life that God has given us, and not just keeping everything for ourselves, So yeah.
So what was the difference between the second time around and the first time? What changed from when you did it the first? Because I remember when it was last year, Miss Universe had been paused, for a number of years. Am I wrong? I don't know.
No, you're not. It was 22 years, if I'm not mistaken.
So it was the first time that Miss Universe Zimbabwe was now being done in a long time. So what changed between then and this time around? What was what were the feelings then for you personally, and also the energy surrounding the pageant?
I think for me personally, I had done it before. So there was a lot less anxiety about the whole process. I kind of had a lot of knowledge to say, okay, this happens, this happens, this happens. So I was a lot more prepared. And also I personally feel I was a lot more just open to being in the moment and not necessarily being in a competition.
Okay.
I was open to the fact that I could take it or I could not take it, but I just want to be present and I want to enjoy the moment and I want to create connections. And I think that's what the difference was for me. But besides being the difference for me, I feel it was a lot more, there was a lot of growth within the Miss Universe Zimbabwe platform on its own, you know, with the way that they done things the first time in comparison to the second time. There was growth. You can tell that, okay, these people are growing, they're evolving. So, yeah.
They're upgrading.
So, yeah, it was a great experience overall.
So how do people get chosen, like, to first participate? Like, if you're going to be taken seriously, they're like, do you, like, send photos? What happens? What's the behind the scenes for the people, the finalists, when we now see and we're now starting to vote for them? They're telling us, vote for Stacy, vote for who?
So there's auditions.
Oh, you audition?
Yeah, you have to audition. So you can either audition online or you can physically audition. So if you want to do pageantry and it's your first time, you've never done it before, I feel like audition live. I feel like it's more memorable. I don't know. You can still, you can. I mean, if you're out of Zimbabwe, then of course.
You have to do online.
Yes. But like, I feel like if you are in Zimbabwe and you can audition live. But generally, yeah, so you go for auditions, you walk, and they ask you a few questions. And so I feel like they pick according to how you carried yourself, how you answered those questions. Do they see a queen inside of your mannerisms? And yeah, I think basically that's it.
So now let's talk about the beauty pageant world. You know, there's a lot of things that surround it, like people talk about bodies and stuff, like body positivity. Do you think Miss Universe embodies that, like that type of thing where we encourage everyone to like participate, or it's strictly for certain things, for certain beings, I mean?
I feel like the Miss Universe platform has grown a lot because there aren't any, I don't know if there's any even limitations anymore in terms of body size, in terms of age even. So I haven't had a bad experience with that. I mean, I'm fairly new. I've only done 3 pageants, but I haven't had any bad experience with the pageant or the pageant system per se, with having to do with how you look or how you should look and stuff like that. No. So
that's nice, because I've also heard that Miss Universe really now seems to be inclusive in everyone trying out, because, you know, people are different. So I love that. So we've talked about your experience on the world of pageantry. Now let's talk about the ongoing competition that's going on. I think it's supposed to start officially on the 16th. I'm not sure. But right now we're seeing the ladies, all of the ladies that are representing the different countries. So what do you think about the ongoing...
Sakile!
Of course, guys.
All the way. Let's go Zimbabwe. We're rooting for our girl. I think she's looking amazing.
She is.
She has evolved to a level that is just mind-blowing.
Yeah.
She's looking amazing. She's owning it. She's oozing out confidence. That's what
giving
I'm
queen.
She's giving queen. Like,
I was seeing this.
She's giving queen. I'm so proud of like what she's accomplished within herself, just even as a person. Her ability to just be so confident to go and to chase after her dreams, you know. She's been in the industry for a while now, so to see her thriving like this is just also, I think, inspiring to other African women to continue to pursue your dreams. Like, don't give up on what you're passionate about, because your day will come and you will shine. So I think the competition is looking great for Zimbabwe.
It is.
Yeah, that's what I think about it.
And you know, I once interviewed one of the contestants before she went to Nozinhle, and I was saying, you know, Bulawayo just has so much representation this time around when it comes to Miss Universe, and I'm so happy that, you know, one of us, we're now claiming that, guys, had it been you, had it been Nozi, had it been Amanda, or whoever, would all been behind you, but...
And the fact that she's from Bulawayo.
That's all. She went to the same school that I did. Does that make me special?
Girl, you special.
You know, when people are like, have you seen the Miss Universe? I'm like, you know, we went to the same school. We don't know each other, but we probably sit in the same desk. You know, you never know. Maybe we're the same English teachers, but we're besties like that. We're literally best friends.
I mean, I see you.
So yeah, we're rooting for Sakile. Also, I wanted to say, like, in terms of support, like, I know people were supporting and all that, but I feel like we can do more. I don't know, maybe people don't have when it came to your guys' competition, like when it came to voting, how was it? Like, how do you get people to now start saying, this is, this is our people and stuff like that? What do we do? How do we push the masses?
I think, the voting platforms are hectic. I'm not going to lie. Like, I feel like you just really have to push for yourself also as a contestant. Like, you just really have to push for yourself. Make sure you're sending those links. Make sure people are aware that they need to vote and this is the process of voting. And just, like, push more. Because I feel like that's where I could have also done better. It's just, like, make sure I push in all angles. Not just focus on certain angles of the pageant. But, like, make sure I push everywhere. But I think we just need to support each other, hey? Like, when we see someone is out there and they're striving for their goals, let's help each other. Let's, Ubuntu. Let's hold hands and let's push each other forward. And that's the only way we're going to evolve as Zimbabwe. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Stacy. One last question. Like, how would you measure your success in life? For you to say, I'm now successful, what would you have achieved? I asked someone, I think this is a question I want to ask every person who comes here. Like, how would you measure your success?
I think that's such a good question. Honestly, I think I'd measure my success just by how inclined I am to hearing the Holy Spirit. And just how obedient I am to the voice of God. And just how I feel like humility is the essence of success. Like, just learning how to humble myself and seek a true and genuine relationship with God, because I feel like He's the only one who knows the beginning from the end. He's the only one who knows what's in front of you. He's the only one who can orchestrate your steps in the most successful parts that you'll ever encounter in your life. And just like being one with the spirit of love, learning how to embody love, learning how to truly love people, and not just people, but myself. I think for me, those are the fundamentals of just being successful. It's not really, yes, I want to be financially successful. I want to drive that Lamborghini and whatever. But I also, before that, because I know once I am successful as a person, once my character is successful, once my relationship with God is successful, then all of these other things will be added onto me. So I think right now in my career, I'm also just making sure, like, God, go before me. Please orchestrate my steps. Please send me to the right platforms, Like, so yeah, I think that's it, just maintaining a good relationship with God.
Okay, thank you, Stacy. And thank you for coming through. You left me with so much to think about.
So I feel like this was so short. I want to stay longer. I've had such a good time.
That makes me feel happy, like, oh my God, type of thing. I'm glad you said that. Anyway, please, guys, follow Holy Stacey, Stacy Ho, on every. Are you Holy Stacey on every social media platform?
I am.
We didn't even talk about how the name came about.
Oh, should I tell you quickly?
Quickly.
Well, so the name Holy Stacey is just I feel like you are holy. I am holy. We are all holy. And as a woman that's Christian, I believe that I embody the Holy Spirit. So embodying the Holy Spirit means that I have God's Spirit, which makes me holy. Okay. So calling myself holy is just basically embracing who God says I am. So Holy Stacey. Stacey is my name. So, yeah, that's where the name comes from.
Makes sense, and it's actually quite beautiful, I think.
Thank you.
So thank you, guys. Follow Holy Stacey on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. Are you there?
Facebook, Stacy Salmon Hall.
Hey, you're so old. Facebook.
I hardly use my Facebook platform, though.
Don't explain.
Like, I have... It's fine.
Anyway, thank you guys for tuning in, and please vote Sakile. And if you can't vote, be vocal on social media. Show love to Bulawayo girl. And till next week, bye.